Today's another MOTU.
MOTU who?
Teela.
Teela. So she's the next logical choice. We're on good guys this time. So who's Teela, Reid?
A girl.
She's a girl, but who is she to He-Man?
A sparring partner.
Well, she's the captain of the guard of Eternia, right? Remember?
Yeah.
So, and she's Man-at-Arms' is what?
Daughter.
She's Man-at-Arms' daughter. Who else's daughter is she?
The sorceress.
Sorceress's daughter. So, a lot going on with Teela. She was part of the original vintage Masters Universe collection. This is Teela with her snake armor. Do you know about the snake armor?
No.
Teela was given the snake armor by the Snake Men in honor of her warrior skills, I think. Either that or Man-at-Arms found it and gave it to her. I can't really remember, but they kind of did a backstory on why. As kids, we had this Teela figure, and she had this snake staff and this snake armor, and they never really told us why in the old Masters mini-comics. So the newer stories kind of tell us why. So she ends up being like a snake queen, and later she ends up being the sorceress. So Teela's very significant part, maybe the most significant part of the Masters Universe storyline except for He-Man. So you got the classic look right here. Now, the way they did this so that the head would look right in the snake armor is they actually gave you two heads. So if you pop this head off, okay, and it was not, I'll tell you this, it was not easy to get on there. The snake head Teela was not easy to get on. So if you're thinking about getting one, hope yours is easier than mine. Okay, so there she is, and I like that she can do the double, just like with most Masters figures. It's pretty easy to get a double staffed deal there. So she's got her battle staff. She uses the snake staff in the 2000X He-Man cartoon, so you actually see her with the snake weapon and with her sword. So with this classic Teela, it's mostly based on the original vintage Masters line, but they gave you the Mike Young 2000X sword, which is really great. So there's Teela there, and all the articulation and everything in a Matty figure. It's just a great figure. There's a lot to Teela we want to talk about today. They made a couple of other figures of Teela.
Comparison.
So, sir?
Comparison.
Not yet. Not yet. We're first going to show the other figures they made. Now this is the goddess, and to be honest with you, I think this was a Matty order. It might have been a special figure. It might have been a collector's subscription figure. I cannot quite remember. This one comes with a spear type staff, I think based on what she had in the mini comics. Same shield, and just the snake armor head. So this is the goddess, pretty much a separate character from Teela in the old Masters mini comics.
The snake armors are different. This one has green eyes and that one has blue. Yeah,
you can see the difference in the eyes. But she's basically a Teela figure, but a different character in the old Masters lore. I'm not sure. I think Teela becomes the goddess in the newer comic book storyline. So, and she does have green skin. So there you go. Basically a Teela figure. Big defect on these, most of you know, loose head. It's basically a bobblehead. It's like that with all of them. So that was just a defect on the goddess figure. Not a huge deal. Still a great figure. And then there's this Teela. More recent release. This is called Teela Battleground, Ultimate Battleground Teela. So she kind of let her hair down. She did look like this in a few comics, a few of the early mini comics, so they kind of went back to that look. And I think this is what she looks like when the Masters square off with the Snake Men, with Skeletor's group, and they all fight the Horde. So the Snake Men, Skeletor's warriors, and the Masters all team up to battle the Horde, kind of like the, I don't know, in The Hobbit, the dwarves and the men and the elves all teamed up to fight the goblins. Remember that? So it's kind of like that. So this Teela has a blaster, as you can see, and a sword. And I really think she'd be also great to be Queen Grayskull, maybe. Even though Queen Grayskull looks like the sorceress from 2000X, she could have been. She looks good when you put her on display with King Grayskull. So there's that Teela, Ultimate Battleground Teela. And now it's comparison time. So who would be the logical choice for DC?
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman, because Wonder Woman, and she's a little bit smaller in scale. This is, which Wonder Woman is that, Reid?
New 52?
Yep, New 52 Wonder Woman. And she's got the sword, and Wonder Woman's like Teela. She's a warrior woman, right?
It's basically the girl Superman besides Supergirl, and there's Valkyrie, the girl Thor, besides Jane Foster.
Yep, and I love that Valkyrie is in scale with Teela. I think they make a great team. Valkyrie from Asgard, Teela from Eternia. Wonder Woman from the island of Themyscira, right? And as you can see, these are 3 great warriors. So, gosh, what was I going to say? Okay, so He-Man, Superman, and who was the other one from Marvel? Thor. So it's appropriate that Valkyrie be the comparison for Teela and Wonder Woman be the comparison for Teela, because they're all warrior women with swords, right? So who wins a fight between Wonder Woman, Teela, and Valkyrie?
Wonder Woman.
Reid says Wonder Woman, Daddy says
Teela.
All right, what do you think? Thanks for tuning in.